Live from WTVO 17 and your home team, Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
They say if you love what you do, you'll never have to work a day in your life. Coming up here, how these creative ideas have had the cash rolling in. Plus, a local restaurant looks to give back to a state-line organization that benefits single mothers. In a few minutes, we'll tell you how there's still some opportunities to donate. And an expert provides tips on how to help those on the autism spectrum still have a happy holiday season. We'll share how having a plan can help families get the most out of the season. Good evening, I'm Alexis Carpello. Thanks for joining us tonight. A man is dead after being shot early this morning. This fatal shooting adds to a grim milestone for 2020. It comes as the 29th murder in the Forest City. The homicide happened around 4 in the morning on Berkeley Street, a few blocks south of West State Street. When officers got there, they found 2 male victims. One was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. The other was shot once. Both were taken to local hospitals. That's where the male suffering from multiple wounds died. He was 27 years old. The other victim was treated and released from the hospital. This is an ongoing investigation. If anyone has information, contact police or Crime Stoppers. As Pfizer employees prepare boxes of the COVID-19 vaccine for shipment, over 7,000 Illinois residents test positive within the past 24 hours. An additional 115 lives are lost to the virus. That number includes 6 state-line residents. 5,073 people are in the hospital fighting the virus. Over 1,000 of them are checked into the ICU, and 612 are using ventilators. Illinois' rolling average sits at 10.6%. Region 1's positivity rate drops to 12.1%. Only 2 counties, Carroll and Joe Davies, see an increase in the positivity rate. Boone County drops almost 2%. Winnebago County has lowered to 13.7%. Since November 20th, Illinois has been under Tier 3 mitigations. Our region, as well as the state, has to drop to the 8% threshold to see restrictions lessen. Health officials recommend as you head out to do your holiday shopping, don't forget your mask and hand sanitizer. Money has been tight for many people during the pandemic, but some state-line residents have turned their hobbies into lucrative businesses. Our Michelle Rave caught up with a few residents who share how it all started.
With a stroke of his paintbrush, Pablo Corona puts the finishing touches on his canvas. But he wasn't always an abstract painter.
I never did abstract painting before this year.
When many people started purchasing his paintings, he didn't expect his newly found hobby would turn into a side hustle.
When this all started happening, I did a project that it's a storytelling series where I do video and do little documentaries, and well, the funding for that fell out when COVID hit. And so I didn't know really what to do, and just started painting.
Tamika Fricks picked up not just one side job, but 2. Her daughter serving as her main driving force in developing Kendall's creations.
Event planning, decorating, even though, with everything going on and stuff being shut down, people are still trying to do something small. I set a couple tables for Thanksgiving. I have a couple more to do for Christmas. I'm a travel agent as well now. And that's called Traveling with Tamika. So I'm like, those 2 will go hand in hand. So the wedding that I'm doing next year, I'm also going to be planning their honeymoon.
Esther Inman, founder of My Virtual Assistant, says this pandemic is a perfect time to learn new skills or pursue something you've always wanted to do.
I think a lot of people are surprised by how successful their side hustles get, and that's how businesses get started. Very successful businesses, they usually all started as a side hustle. Side hustles can be way more lucrative. I mean, you can be in a corporate job making $20 per hour as an admin assistant. You learned how to code on the side, and now you're making websites charging $3 to $5 grand per website.
Corona and Frick say they hope they can continue these side hustles for the long term.
This time has been really crazy for everyone, and I know a lot of different people are trying to find their own different ways of, trying to make it happen for themselves.
Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Michelle Rave.
The spirit of giving this holiday season is more important than ever, as many have been struggling throughout the pandemic. A local restaurant set out to help a state-line organization that supports single moms. Carpello Italian Kitchen hosted a parking lot party and toy drive. They're collecting diapers, formula, and toys for the Mother House Crisis Nursery. The owner of Carpello says after welcoming his daughter into the world 5 weeks ago, he understands how expensive these items can be. That's why he wanted to help out.
Giving for charities right now is more important than ever. Everyone's pocketbooks are hurting, and so these charities are getting less and less donations. So they need as much attention now as ever with Christmas 2 weeks away.
If you missed the event today and still want to donate, Carpello's owner says give them a call and head on over anytime. They'll even take your donations without you having to get out of the car. In America, more than 5.4 people live with an autism spectrum disorder. 1 of every 3 children are diagnosed with autism. The holiday season can present the challenges for those who are autistic, but experts say there are things you can do to help before gathering with loved ones. They suggest giving your child or adult family member a heads up about what's going to happen. Avoid major surprises. Creating a calm, quiet space for them to go to can help if things get too stressful.
Another quick tip that I find helpful is giving them a specific job. So sometimes if they have a role that's structured and defined, they're going to feel a lot better in a social setting than if they're just asked to kind of make small talk or kind of mingle.
Dr. Reagan says being flexible throughout the holidays will be the most helpful to those who are on the autism spectrum. As we approach International Women's Month in March, Eyewitness News wants to recognize the contributions women have made here in the state line. These women inspire, lead, and forge a path for others. They've helped shape public policy, made social progress, or enhanced the quality of life for their community. We need your help to find these remarkable women. Head to our website, mystateline.com, then go to the Community tab to find the nomination form. We'll select 4 of the nominees. One has the chance to win the Next Star 2021 Woman of the Year Award during a special ceremony in Chicago. Nominations can be submitted through December 20th. Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine is on the move. The first shipments now headed to 636 sites across the country. Healthcare workers and residents in long-term care facilities will be the first to be vaccinated. Here's ABC's Zareen Shaw with the details.
Distribution of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine has begun. The first shipments leaving Pfizer's manufacturing facility in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Today has been the most extraordinary experience of my career. This vaccine today gives us the promise and the light at the end of that tunnel.
FedEx and UPS handling the deliveries to 636 locations. Those deliveries expected to arrive Monday at 145 sites, 425 on Tuesday, and another 66 sites on Wednesday. These sites, all hospitals and other major hubs with ultra-cold freezer capabilities.
That Monday would be a better first day for the launch because it's a regular business day, so you could ensure that all the administration sites were fully staffed and all of them were open.
The vaccine will be paired with kits containing syringes, alcohol swabs, a solution to dilute the vaccine, safety gear, and vaccine reminder cards. These deliveries cannot come soon enough for overburdened healthcare systems. Nationwide, more than 108,000 Americans now being treated for the virus in the hospital, a 10% increase since December 1st. Healthcare workers will be among the first people vaccinated.
So we're going to have a priority to the individuals that have been caring for COVID-19 on the front lines.
Memorial Hermann Healthcare Center in Houston has been preparing for their ultra-cold freezers and practicing administering the vaccine. But recent polls have found between 25 and 40% of Americans are not willing to be vaccinated.
We need to address their fears and concerns. We need to roll this out in a way that provides confidence to people, but we also need to be transparent.
Health officials say it could take several months to get everyone vaccinated and urge Americans to continue wearing masks and practice social distancing.
Now, your first warned weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candice King.
See King at WTVO.com. That's where you want to share those Christmas pictures. Under 2 weeks away, and this, I have to say, is a Christmas tree. Alicia Rowe, thank you so much for sharing your beautifully decorated tree. Again, see King at WTVO.com. Nathaniel Bates shared this picture, house all decked out and ready to go. Keep those pictures coming. And after some of the snow we had Friday into Saturday, it looks a little more Christmas-like, more winter-like, but not everybody got in on the snow. In fact, most of it stayed to our west and north. And seeing the cloud cover expanding from northwest Illinois, where places like Nora and Orangeville, Stockton got up to 6 inches of snow. But you come here in Rockford, we had under an inch. You get further to the east and south, and barely anything came down. So quite the difference in that snow line setting up going into Saturday. And that did play a factor in our high temperatures today, where we had that snow on the ground. Numbers were in the 20s this afternoon. We made it up to 33 degrees in Rockford, 28 in Janesville, 27 the high temperature in Freeport, and only up to 24 in Galena. Things are fairly quiet for us this evening, but you are going to notice the wind picking up as we go through the night tonight. That's because we have a cold front coming in. We're sandwiched between two systems. We've got this disturbance working in from the northwest, another area of low pressure, a large storm system that'll bypass us to the south here as we go through these next couple of days. Now, with that storm system up to the north, there have been some light snow showers up from Minnesota moving into northern and central Wisconsin, but these for the most part are going to stay up to our north. That cold front, however, does come through. It keeps some of that cloud cover with us tonight, and our winds are actually going to pick up later this evening and into the day tomorrow. So our winds will pick up after midnight. They're not going to be overly strong, but really what that's going to do is push the wind chill factor down. By early tomorrow morning, those numbers could be in the single digits. So it is going to be a cold and blustery start tomorrow, and that wind will stay with us through at least the noon hour before high pressure builds in and we start to see things settle down by tomorrow afternoon. 30 our temperature in Rockford, 25 in Freeport. You can already see that wind chill number knocking down into the teens here this evening. Our weather watcher Jim here in Rockford checking in with 28 degrees and a dew point number sitting at 21. So here we go with futurecast. Notice we keep that cloud cover around. As high pressure builds in tomorrow, we should be able to see a little more sunshine for the afternoon, but that cold front will also shave a couple more degrees off that temperature for tomorrow. As high pressure continues to build in, our winds will turn light late Monday into very early Tuesday. Now, there are going to be some clouds coming in Tuesday morning, but a very dry air mass will allow our temperatures to fall into the teens Tuesday morning. So it's going to be a cold start. Cloud cover increases, and we might see a flurry or two Tuesday into Wednesday. So down to 20 degrees here in Rockford, but places outside of the area where we had more snow, those numbers will be likely in the teens. 32 for tomorrow afternoon, that blustery northwesterly wind. This is what it looks like for the rest of the week. No major storm system on the horizon in the near term, but as we do get towards the weekend, watching an area of low pressure that could bring us more of a rain snow mix Friday, and then likely some rain showers as we head into Saturday.
Now the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
Today was the first time Deshaun Watson and Mitchell Trubisky squared off on the football field. The Bears rallied around their quarterback. How about the first play from scrimmage for him? An 80-yard run for David Montgomery. That's by far the biggest play on offense for the Bears this season. Demont seems to be hitting his stride. Start of the second now. Interesting formation for the Bears. Trubisky to Jimmy Graham. The big man pulls it out of thin air. Bears up 14-zip. Check out this play from Watson now. Gets the snap, looking around, avoids a tackler, and just flips it to Kiki Qute for the score. But that would be the only one the Texans got. Next drive for the Texans. Watson gets the snap, and Khalil Mack with the safety. Bears get the ball back. What a play there by Mack. This time, Trubisky just flipping it over to Darnell Mooney, using his blockers, and he gets in for the score. But the Bears get it back one more time before the half, now already up 23-7. Trubisky inside the 5. Quick slant, that's Allen Robinson. The Bears score 30 points in the first half. They squashed the Texans and finally snapped their 6-game losing streak with the 36-7 win.
Number one, I'm proud of our players and coaches for being able to be resilient and focus in, lock in as to where we're at. I thought in pregame I had a sense of the vibe and the energy of where we were. It felt good for those guys. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but they proved it. All 3 phases played together. This is the first time all year that we've had that.
James Robinson set another milestone today. This run here got him over 1,000 rushing yards on the season. That makes him the 4th undrafted rookie to eclipse that yardage, and the first since 1967. They put up this sign on the Jumbotron at TIAA Bank Field for James. He found the end zone today, but it was called back on an illegal shift by the receiver. Jags were down quickly, so they didn't run much, but Robinson finished with 67 yards on 12 carries. The Packers and Lions are into the 3rd quarter. This is a tight divisional matchup. You can catch the rest of the game on our sister station, Fox 39. Boylan graduate Dan Arnold is on an NFL roster with the Arizona Cardinals. He made a big play for them last week and today as well. He caught a touchdown pass, that one there. How about that grab, though? Watch it again right here. The Cardinals, they beat the Giants 26-7. Great grab by Darnold. Earlier today, Illinois announced they have parted ways with Lovie Smith after 5 seasons as head coach. The Illini closed out a 2-5 regular season record with yesterday's 28-10 loss to Northwestern. During his time as head coach, Smith had a 17-39 overall record. The Illini had their best season under Lovie last year when they clinched a bowl game. Next week is the Big Ten championship game, but it's also the Big Ten Champions Weekend. The conference announced the Illini and Nittany Lions will play next weekend at Beaver Stadium. Obviously, the Illini will be without Lovie Smith in that matchup. That's sports. We'll be right back.